Yep, I bought another thing. Okay, so a little bit of background for you. As you probably know, I've been really into like building go-karts and four-wheelers and stuff, and my first project is sitting in the garage over there. And a lot of my inspiration comes from go-kart YouTubers like Cars and Cameras, Rather Be Welding, Vastly Build, Redbeard's Garage, and Grind Hard Plumbing. They live about 40 miles, as the crow flies, that away. So they started a trend called the Power Wheels builds. And what their first build was they took a little Barbie Mustang that you buy at Walmart for like $200, and they put a go-kart chassis on it, and then put a 50 horsepower, I think it was a Honda motor on it, and it caught on like that. People loved it, so they built another one. They did the Barbie Jeep, which they called Cinderella. And then they just finished another one called Colonel Sanders. And they kind of inspired me because I feel like there's kind of a connection. Like, my uncle lives like 10 miles from Sandpoint, which I think is where they're based out of. And their main builder's name is Ethan, and my name is Ethan, so I kind of feel like there's a connection here. I mean, if you guys are watching this, I think it'd be really cool if we could meet up someplace. Who am I kidding? It's never gonna happen, but I can dream. So yesterday, I was just browsing through Marketplace, and I stumbled upon this Dune Buggy Racer Power Wheels that she was selling for $100. And this is the exact model I wanted. If I was going to do a Power Wheels build, I was going to do with one of these. And so new, these are about like $350, and I didn't even need it to work. And so she said that if, in the description, if she included the battery and stuff, it'd be like $20 more. But I told her, I don't even need it to work. And so, I got this for $85, and I put a 12-volt battery in it for my boat, and it runs fine. Here, look, just put it in gear. It's a riot. The kids love it. Now, I actually had one of these when I was like 6, and I loved it, but the plastic wheels on them like cracked and everything, and it was terrible. These have already cracked, and this thing has not been used very much. So, here's my plan. I am going to build a go-kart chassis, just like the typical thing that you think of when you build a go-kart. Super simple. I don't have to do any of the tubing, bending, or the notching. I'm going to use square tubing, I guess you would call it. And I'll just like cut angles and stuff. Get into the shade. And then I'll probably start out with putting like a Harbor Freight engine in this thing, but then I might want to put like an XR100 or a YZ85 engine in this. Like, I have an XR100 in the garage, and it's not very fast on a dirt bike, but I think in something like this, it would be so much fun. So, here's my plan. So as you can see, it kind of has like a few metal pieces in there. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a frame, and then I'll measure the wheelbase and everything, and then I'll put the body on top of it. So I'm not going to build the frame around the body. The body is going to fit around the frame that I build, because I can cut out anything I want, really. So this is not going to be a two-seater, obviously. The steering wheel is kind of off to the left right now, but I am going to move it right to the middle. Now, of course, I'll take all this plastic stuff out. And then I don't have very much leg room, and I think I'm going to put the engine in the front, because I think that's what you're supposed to do with Power Wheels. And so the engine will probably sit like right here. Oh, here, look at this. There's already like a space cut out for it, but, you know, it'll need to be bigger than that. But I'm definitely going to cut all of this out so I can kind of put my feet in there a little bit. And I really want to do a hand control, because that's typically what you do with Power Wheels, because there's not enough room for foot control. And so I'll probably cut this seat out and maybe like put a seat right here or something, or maybe just slide it back just a little bit. Or if there's enough room when I cut this out, it might just be enough for me to ride, because I don't want to have my legs scrunched up the whole time. So, of course, I'm going to take all the wheels off. So my first step is going to be getting the metal for the frame and then just start building it. And the cool part about this is I can adjust where the rear wheels go. So I can adjust where the pillow blocks are going to go. And that's what's so cool about this, because I can, I don't have to go with anything super specific. I can just, there's plenty of wiggle room, I guess. So I can't wait to get started on this. The Sebi build, it's going to take a while before we get to the building of that, just because the parts are a lot. And, I don't make very much money. And so this does not cost much at all. I want to build the frame and maybe put a few extra like steering parts on, and by then I should be working on Sebi again. So I'm okay with juggling builds because I'm a very slow worker. So if I'm not working on one, I'm more than likely going to have something to do on the other. So that's why I bought this second build. So I can't wait to get started on this. Oh yeah, this project is called Project Lewis. So Sebi, his full name is Sebastian, but he's named after Sebastian Vettel, the F1 driver. This is Lewis, after Lewis Hamilton. So I think this is going to be my thing, where I name my projects after race car drivers. So I can't wait to get started on this. I hope you're excited about it, and I will see you next time on the Lewis Build.